So I want you to lock in with me just for a little bit, because today I'm going to talk about the past, but not in the way that you maybe think I'll talk about it. So pause and let's reflect. We all have a past, of course, and with the work I do in psychiatry, we spend a lot of time talking about trauma, of course, and PTSD. There's certain patterns and diagnosis that people have that do prevent them from moving forward due to trauma, but that's not going to be the focus today. But I have to acknowledge certain psychiatric conditions that are in play that do keep people stuck, which are real, that are valid, that deserve treatment if an individual chooses to. So I want to start here. What if the most powerful thing about your past wasn't what actually happened to you, like not the events that happened to you, but what if the most powerful aspect was the meaning that you put to those experiences? Because there's no lie, these things have influenced you. My past has influenced me, but where's the line between being influenced by something and then letting something define you? So that's really what I'm interested in here. And understanding those differences can completely change the trajectory of our lives. Completely can. It can be that simple for some people. Because here's the reality. Most of us, don't just remember the past. We live it and we carry it. And that's okay for the most part, right? And that's what we have been designed to do, but if you carry too many of the unfavorable things that's happened to you, it can become a true challenge even here today now. I'm a failure, I'm not consistent, or I'm not productive. And that's just some of the stories. And these events can ring true today, and they can become our identities. It can become completely who we are. So here's a question that I reflect on a lot in these type of conversations. Are you giving your past too much authority? Are you giving it too much power right now? Because our brains, we're hardwired to create meaning from things that have happened to us, because that's what we do, right? I mean, this is what makes us human. This is what makes us an evolved species. That's how our brain is wired. So, that's not a negative thing. So to create meaning is what we do. And there's a scenario that I always like to share. You got two people who've experienced the exact same setbacks. One individual creates a story of, maybe I'll never be good enough because of what just happened to me. And another person may say, I got a lot more to learn. I got to get better. Same event, but two different stories that were created from that. And these stories that these individuals have created have probably got a lot to do with what's happened to them in the past. A lot to do. This is exactly why I've become more and more interested or focused on self-perception and identity. Because our lives are shaped by more than what's just happened to us. It goes further than that. It's truly shaped by the stories that we attach ourselves to from those events. Yeah, maybe something didn't go right. Maybe someone said something bad to you or repeatedly negative to you. That experience matters. We can't overlook that. I don't want to minimize any of the things that have happened to anyone. But here's the takeaway. They don't have to be permanent definitions of who you are. They don't. I'm a huge proponent of being able to rewrite your story. You may not be able to rewrite the chapters that have happened to you, but you can build off of those chapters and create a different interpretation for yourself moving forward from today in this moment. You really can. And I think that should give us all hope for the future. And maybe moving forward isn't about escaping the past or what's happened to you before, but maybe it's deciding to move a little bit differently or moving a lot differently and not allowing what's happened prior to today define your future as much as it has. And looking at those experiences as data points and things to learn from and pivot from and build off of. I truly believe identity can change. And it's this shift that, if you allow it, can pave the way for a completely different future for not even just you, but people around you, your family, your friends, all those things. So the possibilities are endless. Put up. So here's a question that I often end with. We got to reflect. Name an experience from in your past or last week or yesterday that you've allowed to become part of your identity. A negative experience or not so great experience. And asking yourself, is it time to actually finally separate that event from the story that you've attached to it that has become a part of maybe your identity? Get it twisted. This is not about denying your past or turning your back on your past, but you do not have to allow your past to determine your future. So if this video resonated with you, even a small amount, subscribe to the channel. I try to deliver meaningful, thoughtful videos on a weekly basis. I do my best, about the psychology behind what leaves us stuck as people and, understanding some of the themes and patterns that allow us to have the confidence and courage, belief that we can actually move forward toward tomorrow, a more hopeful tomorrow, and to become who we actually truly want to become on this earth, because we only have so much time to be effective. I'm Darren. Move forward.